Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Xenoblade Chronicles. Last episode we did the first little batch of side questing stuff. It's a new day. Before we start recording, I ran around, got some items. I completed. Let's take a look. I completed a collection quest. I think it's collection quest 2. I got some plates now, yep. It's probably something I get during the day then. By the way, this playthrough we're gonna 100% the game, but this is not a guide. You can follow us, but when it comes to items, you're gonna have to look it up where they are yourself. Or some items that because the items is pure luck. You can get some of the items very easily, or you can just take a buttload of time. So you just have to look it up on the wiki. The wiki has some really good explanations on items and stuff. Right, also I decided to take a look at the tutorials, because I was rummaging around in the settings and seeing how I could make the game a little bit easier. And I've noticed all these hints and these battle tactics that I might want to go over. Like I think did during battle. So, whenever you start a battle from now on, let me go, I have a lot of fly my foot. Every single time you start the battle you have that blue ring with the B button. Yeah. There's like a red ring slowly going into it. Yeah. You have to press the B button when the red ring is in the blue ring. You see? Like when it enters the blue ring you have to press the B button. And then you can start with battle start affinity. Which means that your characters are gonna be hyped before you start. Like they're gonna do like a war cry, like a, let's fucking do this or whatever. Like that's what they're gonna do. Basically rally and raise the party's tension. This icon appears whenever you have to do any button prompt ever. It's just B. So when you're, for instance, fighting in a battle and sometimes you do something really awesome, or a thing that the game thinks is awesome, and then your party members will be like, wow, you're doing a great job, or your specific party member is gonna say like to another party member, like, you're doing a great job. And then when you press the B prompt, because you get the prompt then, when you press the B button then, your character will also answer, which means that the other person, its tension is gonna go up, and you're gonna increase affinity between each other. So it's just really good that from the moment you see this, try to press B button. It's difficult though in the beginning, I can guarantee you, it's not easy to do. I also just constantly miss it. Like last episode when I started battling, I was like, alright, I have to press B to do the battle start affinity. Alright, so when a critical hit connects or an attack misses, you have a chance to obtain burst affinity, that's what I mean. Press B at the right time to encourage that party member. This increases the affinity between the two party members and fills the party gauge. It also gives you like a big chunk in your party gauge to do a chain attack or whatever, or revive people. Okay. Alright, so press B for burst affinity and battle start affinity. Oh wow, there's actually a perfect. I never knew there was a perfect. Perfect time with battle start affinity will result in a greater increase in tension. Perfect time with burst affinity will result in a greater increase in affinity and the party gauge. I've never managed to do it perfectly, I think. I've actually never knew that there was a perfect. You see, it's like stuff like this, I never look at it. I know how the game works, but I could have maybe done the game even better. Right, when it comes to quests, what do I have to say? The quest log. So when your affinity with an area increases, a star will be displayed on the affinity chart. New quest will be available as affinity with an area increases. High affinity also means that you will be able to trade more items. So certain quests are locked behind, or actually most of the quests are locked behind having to do this affinity stuff. Okay. Which means that some quests that you could technically do in the earlier game are locked until the end, the later game, or sometimes even the end game, because some quests because you don't have enough quests or not enough affinity with the area to be able to unlock those quests. Okay. Alright, now break, topple and daze. So you have different icons for it. Break is the little topple is the circle, of course. You know how this works. You first inflict break with a break art, then you can use a topple art to topple them. An enemy will not be able to attack or move while suffering topple. Topple doesn't last that long normally. But like for instance, if you have one character that uses topple, another character also uses topple, you increase the amount of time. So you can basically, there's like an actual strategy to this, there's actually a way to play the game where you can just topple lock your enemies. You're just constantly locked in topple. As long as you can topple the enemy, you can basically lock them in it. And then attack an enemy suffering topple with a daze art to inflict daze. The enemy will still not be able to attack or move, also its aggro will not increase, it's the chance for characters with lower defense to deal damage. So when you do daze, they like, for instance, totally stop their attacks if they're gonna do a special attack like I said last episode. Yeah. And also, this is something that I didn't know, their aggro goes. You don't get any aggro. While if you use a lot of arts when they're toppled, you will still draw the aggro to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, learning some new things myself. Alright, now we're gonna go over to the battle tactics. I love these things, they're amazing. So, Fiora's talent art, Butterfly Step. My talent art is a Butterfly Step. It's a 4-hit combo that does loads of damage. The talent gauge fills up when I auto-attack. It's just like a 4-hit combo attack. Freaking SAO. Alright, so, I'm here to... I also really like the fact that like they're saying certain things and the other characters have to say something else about it. I'm here to do some damage. I sneak behind monsters and then I go in with a Power Smash, which is of course the backslash move that she has. And your talent gauge fills up really fast because your auto attack is so quick, right? When what was your talent art again? Wait. Yeah, so because she's using 2 daggers, her auto attack is going to be really fast, which means that her talent gauge is also going to fill up really fast, so you can use her talent gauge a lot.
Okay.
Alright. Butterfly Step. I've got to let it loose as soon as the talent gauge fills up. Swoosh. But Fiora, if you do that, your aggro will shoot up. Save it for a final blow or when we really need it. I also tend to do that with talent arts. When it's like a talent art that does damage, or on a talent art that does damage, I usually try to find a moment where the enemy is either toppled or in a chain attack, for instance.
Yeah.
Or if I really need some kind of reason. Like for instance Rhines. Rhines doesn't do damage, but it does Mad Taunt. It provokes monsters to attack me, drawing their aggro. It distracts them from the others, so they don't get attacked. The talent gauge fills up when I auto-attack. Now the auto-attack of Rhine is really slow, so it's gonna take a while before you can get the Mad Taunt back. My job is to protect Shulk. I let my talent gauge fill up and use Mad Taunt to draw aggro. Pretty nifty, right? The talent gauge fills up when you use Bone Upper too. So Bone Upper, the one move, is pretty useful when you need Mad Taunt. So if you use Bone Upper, actually I never knew this by the way, if you use Bone Upper you also increase your talent gauge. So if you're like almost to the point that you can use your talent gauge and like, oh crap, I need to draw the aggro, use Bone Upper, see if you can fill the talent gauge as fast as you can and then use your move. If a monster's suffering from break, I can use Wild Down to topple it. Good or what? Yeah, I'll break them with Turn Strike and then you topple them with Wild Down, of course. Alright, and then with Shulk. Shulk's talent art. Turn Strike. My talent art is Turn Strike. It deals a lot of damage and can inflict break on the enemy. Talent gauge fills up when I auto-attack, so it's vital to auto-attack and not just use arts all the time. I'll let Ryan bear the brunt of the attacks. He can take a lot more knocks to the head than I can. Yeah, leave it to me. I'll distract the monsters and draw the aggro while you do damage with backslash. Don't let me down. When Ryan's feeling the heat a bit, I can use Light Heal to help him get back in the game. Thanks, Shulk. But make sure you don't draw too much aggro yourself. Sometimes you just want to lay off the arts for a while. So these are, I already explained all this last episode, but these are like really handy ways of knowing like, so this is how I can use this character, basically.
Yeah. But can you like switch characters in battle or?
No, yeah, not during battle.
Okay, so
during battle you have to rely on your own skill and also the AI. So there's like one specific art that Shulk gets eventually, and when he gets that, I actually just de-equip it because it's for me it's not that useful. And if you let the AI use it, Shulk is gonna die a lot of times. So. I also found something else in the settings of the game. You see all these icons?
Yeah.
So these are supposed to be like closed eyes, which means that they will not attack you. Usually, so they are passive. Something else that you can see is that they are blue. Blue means that they're gonna be easy.
Okay.
While if you look at that thing back there, unique monsters. So beware unique monsters. Unique monsters are much stronger than the other monsters in the field. Defeat a unique monster and you will be rewarded with better quality items. So that color means that you are basically on the level, but you are like equal to the foe basically.
Yeah.
We are not equal to this guy because it's a unique monster. Unique monsters have, if you look at this window, it's a normal one. And then to this window you have like the special things to the side.
Oh, yeah.
And they also tend to have really special names. So yeah, that's a unique monster. I'm not gonna fight it for now, that's one that you have to fight eventually, but I'm gonna do some other stuff first. Alright, and later on we'll see other monsters with like other icons above their head. Some go after you for sound, which means you can walk really slowly to get behind them. And others just look at you and they attack you, and some other ones have some special things that they react to. Alright, so that is basically it. So I've done a lot of explaining once again. This is the beginning of the game, it's supposed to be this way, I guess. Alright, so I am gonna go and do Key to a Long Life, which is a quest with the old man on the bench over here. What I told you to not get. It's going to turn into night. Today, I'm sorry, they turn today. He is here between 6 o'clock and 13. When I'm done with, because we have all of these collection quests and all that jazz, and the monster defeating quests, I'm gonna try to remember which monsters we have to fight. I will fight them when I see them. But when it comes to, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Or when it comes to like, I'm just gonna do them on the side basically. I'm not gonna go out of my way to complete them.
Yeah.
I will only go out of my way to complete them when we're done with an area.
Okay.
When we're done with a certain quest list, because I have like quest chunks basically, and it's like story, and then once again a quest chunk, and so forward. Okay, there. So there we go. Who's there? Hey, young'un. Care to lend an ear to the oldest person in Colony 9? Could you go into more detail? Yeah, we might be able to help. It's the same old problem. You know you know what I'm all about. My back's playing up again. I suppose you know what I need. Bring me some medicinal Brago. That stuff works a treat in my old back. You look fitter than anyone, Gramps. You exercise every day, don't you? Or just endure the pain and fake a smile like I'm hunky-dory. Please help an old man get back on his feet, won't you? Sure. There you go. Thanks for that, young'un. It means a lot to this old timer. You can get medicinal Brago from the brogs around here. No problem, leave it to me. That's right, we can handle it. Sometimes they have like their normal quotes, of course, that they say with quests.
Yeah.
And sometimes they can be so horrible. Like at the worst times. Like, yeah, my friend died somewhere, can you go and retrieve his whatever the hell? And then you're like, well, that seems like a problem! Nothing that me and Shul can't handle. It's like, oh yeah. This person's friend just died and you're just gonna have some funny banter. Alright, so there are some brocs down here. I'm gonna go and jump over the fence into the water. There you go.
Wow. You actually went like speeding up.
Yeah.
Which
There's an achievement called terminal velocity when you fall off of the Bionis. Yes, you can jump off of the Bionis. Eventually. There we go.
Can you actually get to the...
There we go. Look this one. There are like eyes on them, and that means that when they see you, they will attack you.
Oh.
But these guys, I'm not sure. Are they on the level that they can attack me? I think they are. You wanted to say something? Then I just...
Can you get to the other item?
Right! Let's do this! Let me at 'em.
I'm not gonna say anything more than that. But yes.
Let's keep up the
Like I said, if you see it, you can go there. No kidding.
powering up.
No kidding. We also got Split Edge.
Beat!
Well, we got it last episode, I think, but I didn't show it off. So Split Edge, if you look over here, attacks from the side to lower physical defense. So when you attack an enemy from the side, you do bonus damage and you also lower the physical defense of the enemy.
Chest!
Alright, so we have normal wooden chests, and we have these silver chests. We also have golden chests. And depending on what chests you get, you usually get, like for instance if you get a silver one, you get the rare item from the enemy and some other stuff mainly. When you get a golden chest, you also get, you tend to get weapons and good equipment. And when you get a wooden chest, you have like a tiny chance of getting the rare item, but you usually just get the shit item.
Okay.
We need 2 of these medicinal Brago oils. Can I lure?
Yeah, they also have
Everyone,
guys.
let's
Yes,
go!
4 quests.
Good luck,
I
everyone.
think I already done that. I already completed the question. It's probably just appeared, but I wasn't paying attention.
We can definitely do this! How good are we?
I have this other blog on me. Right. No, we can't do that. When it comes to enemy management, that's a really difficult thing to do, I think, in this game. We go and finish the guy off. There we go. So we can press and hold the B button, and then you can save your party members like that they have to focus attack, engage at will, which means they will do it like how they want. And if you press down on the D-pad,
Too
you
easy.
can call them to
Let's
you.
press on and on and on.
Let's not lose
So,
our heads,
if I hold,
though.
if I can hold it.
Chest.
Yeah.
Chest.
But do you
Yeah.
do you understand it a little bit? Because
I understand, but I probably have to like do it myself before I
Yeah,
really
it's-
get it. But,
that is one thing that is really, I find it really difficult in the game, doing the enemy management. It usually doesn't matter though, there aren't that many moments where you actually have to like switch between enemies. The handy thing to do now is like if you press Z and A to tell your party members to attack the target you're attacking, because you don't want your party members to be attacking different units.
oh yeah.
You want all of them to go into one, and then the other enemies can just fuck off.
Yeah.
Like I said, you tend to avoid fighting multiple enemies, but when you're in a battle with multiple enemies, that is just a good idea. Focus on one. Oh, you've brought the your young'uns ain't that bad. I'm glad everything worked out. My old back's feeling much better. I'm fit as a fiddle again. So when he said like, that's no problem, and then nobody said anything to it. So it's not a 100% that you will get like a comment from somebody. I got some black shoes. Some new shoes to fit my awesome shit. Let's go over to the north of the military district during the day. So this is gonna be the first quest, which requires us to have reached 1.5 stars with Colony 9. Now this is something that I find really annoying. There are quests that are unlocked by getting half stars or quarters of stars, but you cannot see them. So it's either gonna be 1, and when you switch to 2, it's gonna be 2, but it's not gonna be like a half star or whatever.
Oh.
You don't see. It's so annoying. It's super annoying. That's not a single place in the game where you can find it. You can do like, you can calculate it. If you calculate the amount of affinity you get per quest, then you can find it out yourself by doing some calculation.
But otherwise, I was like.
But otherwise, you kind of have to. That made making this guide really difficult, because I was like, can I get this quest? Because I don't know if I have enough affinity with the area going in. This is one of them, which requires 1.5 stars. Oh hi. Are you the interfering do-gooder everyone's been talking about? You see, you're like more important than. I've got a big favor to ask you. Can you find Miller for me? Sounds like a problem. It's good to help you to the route. Tell us what's wrong. He's a habitual slacker, and I just don't know what to do with him. He always runs away as soon as he sees me coming. I haven't so much as spoken a word to him lately. He's the only subordinate I have, so I can't just ignore him. Good to see our young captain hasn't changed. Ryan, you look like you need some work. Surely you can help me out. You asking for help again? You have to do this stuff yourself sometimes. I know, but you know how fast Miller can run, don't you? He can get away from me in 3 seconds. I need your help. There you go. So now we also notice like Ryan's relationship with the military over here.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to reward you when you find him. No problem, leave it to me. That's right, we can handle it. Now it's Ryan time. That's actually a quote that he says. Ryan time. Right, Miller, where the hell are you? We're somewhere in the commercial district. He is... Can be found near the building at the northernmost area of the commercial district. Follow the passage to the left of the gem man stall to reach the area. Jump down to the lower level. Okay, I know where it is. Yeah, this is the beginning of the document where I still like in detail say where you have to go, usually. Then later in the document I'm like, it's northwest of this place. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, I totally know what else is going on. There's a quest over here, and I actually want to get this thing. I want friends to defeat Wallslide Gwindry in Magma Ruins. Other day I almost get eaten by Gwindry and smaller critters. I thought it was my dying day. And answer of strong warrior. Bash monster on head. Okay. Also really like the way that the Nobel never say like fight, they always say bash or beat up. Alright, there's Miller. Oh, Captain Leather wants me to go back, does she? What is it with that woman? Can she come find me herself? Anyway, I don't want to make any trouble for you. I'll go back. There you go. And then we go and skip travel back over to the good old military district.
Why does it say story memo in it though?
Story memo, I don't know. Let's see. Open the story memo. I think it has something to do with the fact that we are doing that we have to do a quest right now, like an actual quest. It's not a. When it comes to the story, you have like just story place where you have to go somewhere and have like a magical arrow in the sky. And when you have to do a quest, it just says story memo. Because you have to look in the story memo to be able to find the quest, basically.
I see.
Excellent job. I was right to trust you with this. Miller's learned his lesson and promised not to slack off again. I'm glad everything worked out. That's great, Shulk. You really did a great job. There you go. Once again, 4 stars. Well, I had you to help. Until now, bad luck kept me from achieving my dream. Now I can finally move forward. Thank you. And we get ourselves some dyed tops, or some dyed armor. What a lovely day to die. There we go, level up. Affinity coins. Affinity coins I'm gonna have to explain way later in the game. Oh, by the way. That's gonna take a while. That's one of the most difficult things, I think, in this game. One of the most difficult things to explain and understand. Alright, now it's time to do a curry conundrum. Do you like curry?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I don't. my what? My intestines tend to be like, fuck you, I don't want this.
Oh.
They don't like it.
Okay.
Alright, Jojo. What the hell do I need for this? Oh, I have to talk to Sonia first. It's a good thing I know where Sonia is. At least I think I know where Sonia is. So Sonia?
Hi there.
Sonia. My good-for-nothing son broke something very dear to me. It was all I had left to remember my husband, and now it's gone. He passed away a mere year ago. Oh, he's such a spoiled little boy. There you go. For some kind of reason I need to talk to her to then talk to Jojo. You have your request now? No, you don't. Nanny? Registered in the Affinity Joke, which I've done, and then calling 9. Oh, whoops, I'm looking in the wrong place. That is peculiar.
Hey.
Hey. There you are, how come you're here so late? I've run out of curry. I only make for 20 plates. Sorry, mate. Weird. Huh. That is dumb. Well. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna go to the wiki because I probably missed something. Xenoblade Chronicles. Go for this one. Let's go to the Colony 9 quests. Go and look for Curry Conundrum. Let's go on the quest log. A Curry Conundrum. Oh, I was wondering what the hell is he having right now? Prerequisites. Colony 9. What the hell? Nanny.
I am smashing the table.
Yes. Okay, so normally I should be able to talk to this guy, but I guess that isn't happening right now, so I guess we'll do another quest and come back to this. Rocco's heartfelt request. I have to talk to Rocco, who's in the 10th near the Gen Net stall. Let's just go. I can also do this. Okay, okay. I should never go through this area. You know what? Now that I have some gems from enemies, I'm gonna show you something. If I can, in any case. I'm not sure if I can.
Who's there?
Who's there? Hello there, youngin'. I got something that might interest you. Rather, something to tell you. It's about this here furnace. When creatures die, they leave ether crystals behind. Everyone knows that, don't they? Ether particles in the body are... Whoops, that stuff's too complicated. Just remember that creatures drop ether crystals when they die. But I haven't gotten the best part. I haven't gotten to the best part yet. Ready? Don't be shocked. This furnace compresses ether crystals and removes impurities. You can use it to make other gems. What? No reaction? Huh, kids these days, you don't know how amazing this thing is. You can use the furnace to make ether gems. They've got the powers of ether crystals, but highly condensed. Those ether gems can give you all sort of powers. They're great for use in the home or by the defense force. Just put them in weapons or armors with salts. What? There's not much interaction. Never mind, that'd probably be quicker if you just try. If you want to give it a try, just put gems in your weapon slot. That weapon of yours will do fine. So there you go, we got some gems for him. We also get a tutorial. Use gems to strengthen your equipment. These are basically like kind of accessories they can put on individual pieces of armor and weapons.
That's pretty cool.
Yes. So
Who's there?
I can also talk to him. The look on your face looks like you've realized how great ether gems are. I suppose you want to try making a gem yourself. You're out of luck. I know how you feel, but you can't. The efforts are broken down. Well, it doesn't really matter much. You can make them eventually, of course. But for the time being, we just got some of them. So see? So, when you have a weapon with an S on it, it means that it has a slot. Now, if I go over here, I don't think I have these things, these light shoes that I got from the quest.
Yeah. Which
I can equip on, I don't know, Shulk, I guess. You can equip it on Shulk, and then now he has a slot in that. Equipment tends to have one slot per pieces of equipment, but the weapons can have a maximum of 3 different slots. There we go. We got a couple of gems, so I think I'm just gonna give them agility up, because I like agility. Agility mainly means like if the enemy is stronger than you, the agility of the enemy is gonna be too high to the point that you cannot hit it. And if your character has a lot of agility, of course your character won't be hit that much either. Agility is really overpowered in this game.
I see.
Well, not overpowered, but it's just good in general. So we're going given a strange gem. We also got this block card from the quest last episode. There you go,
Oh,
new
wow,
weapon from
that
him.
looks kind of cool.
One thing that I really like about this game is the fact that your character's looks change when they equip other stuff. She also has the hunting knives. Can I give her something that might help her? Nah, she doesn't really need HP. She doesn't really need HP, so I'll just leave them. There you go.
This power will help me protect Shulk.
There you go. That hits his slot. We get an art for somebody. Like I said, usually when you get a new art, you just want to go and check it out, see if it's useful. Oh yeah, he got this. Let's see though, because I think I'm gonna put these things all the way to the back because I don't use them. I think we're gonna put them up there maybe, and then this one. He got, what's it, War Swing. War Swing, let's see, physical damage, hits multiple enemies in range. So when you're in the middle of a group of enemies, you can use this to damage all of them. Alright, Fiora hasn't, oh yeah, she has learned this one I think, Lacerate. Stab an enemy dealing ordinary damage and bleed damage. So you do a tiny amount of bleed damage.
That's nasty.
That's pretty nasty. There you go. Let's go and find this kid. Is he over here? Yes, walk off. That pendant was my mum's one, and I broke it. It even has her name engraved on it. I can't buy another one. I just hope someone can fix it for me. So now... No? Am I doing something wrong? Sonia, I need to talk to Sonia, which I've done outside register. I don't think I have the Colony 9 1.2.
Oh wait, the cat's not running.
Yeah, but that's really nice much. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna do some monster quests right now. Because I've noticed that I don't think we are at 1.55 or like really 1.5 stars. Because normally these quests would work. So I'm gonna do some monster quests. I'm gonna go and fight some monsters and find some new places maybe to go to. There are also, for instance, gems that make it that your character runs faster.
Oh, that's...
Which is handy for when you're doing quests and running around and all that jazz.
Yeah.
But you of course have to give up on some other things, like defense. Like some other gems, like attacking gems or defense gems or whatever. There's always a catch. Alright, beach growls. I'm gonna wait for everybody to heal up. When the battle is over, your character's auto heal. Crap, I missed.
Stronger.
Eat this! Now it's right time.
And there you go, now it's rhyme time.
We've definitely gotten stronger.
Small shell, which we need for another quest. Bam, there you go. Alright, we need to fight 2 more of these guys.
Everyone!
It's so difficult with the perfect timing now. I just noticed how difficult that
Good
is.
luck, everyone.
There you go, we're doing a lot of damage in the back.
Alright, we came through.
Right, let's keep going.
A rock travel shell, which is a rare item. I want to watch out for the... So, last time we looked over here with the unique monster, it was great. Now it's blue. Which means the game is basically saying like, hey, this guy's easier now because you're higher level.
We can't lose. This one's mine.
Like,
Good luck,
when you... when it comes to difficult enemies,
I know we can.
when they are like 5 levels higher than you or something, they're already really tough. So the level gap is like, the level gap is pretty low, if you know what I mean. Like if you want to fight strong enemies, you just have to be strong. Praying caterpillars, I don't think I have to beat those. Cool potato. Smash potatoes.
Potato with some
Like the thing with like with,
Not today.
with like Dr. Dre, like yeah, like the memes with the like the sunglasses coming down, like.
Everyone, let's go.
Good luck,
We
everyone.
need some Dorcas.
Split edge.
There we go.
One hit kill. Or something.
We also have to beat him. One hit kill or something. Alright, let's go and find another one of these guys.
Everyone, let's go.
Stop! There you go, you can see they have like little dots
Good luck,
on the
everyone.
bottom of their team. Which means that when they are attacked, the other guys will also die.
I really like our vibe.
Me too, Fiora.
Go!
Edge! Butterfly!
Not even a challenge.
50 wings. Alright, let's see. There should be a... I think it's light speeders that I also have to fight. So,
We can't lose.
this
Leave it
When it comes to flying enemies, I tend to try to lure them because they are difficult to reach. But since we don't have a lure command quite yet, I'm gonna have to do it like this. Broken antenna, as we can see, we needed to fight them, of course.
We can't lose. Leave it to Ryan.
Good luck, everyone.
Let's keep under pressure.
So some enemies are very difficult to figure out which part of their
And
body
we're
is what.
okay.
Let's not lose our
So
heads, though.
then you just have to look at the person who has the aggro, and then you can see where the character is already in the
Everyone,
clicking, basically.
let's go.
I think that was the first
I'm
one.
gonna go all out.
Let me at him. Ha! Whoa! Ah!
There you go. That's that done and dealt with. We connect her. And let's go. I'm waiting for Fiora to deal up and
We
fight the
can't
baby guy.
lose.
Leave this
We
fight
need to
to
kill
me.
babies!
Let me at him.
Oh,
Don't break the guy.
Power.
One wall down.
Chain
No,
attack
it's
will be
late.
good now.
What the hell happened? Oh, chain attack. Alright. So when carrying out a chain attack, you can select arts for the 3 members of the party to perform. During a chain attack, any arts that were still in the cooldown phase will be available regardless. Using arts of the same color consecutive during a chain attack raises the level of damage or recovery. Decide what type of chain attack to perform based on circumstances. Stand arts will chain in any color. So if you use the arts of the same color over and over, the damage will multiply every single time. And talent arts are white arts, which means you can they will scale with everything. So you can, for instance, use like a lot of the red ones that you have, because red ones are ones that you usually have a lot of. You can use a lot of the red ones, the attacking ones basically, and then you can, for instance, when you have a lot of damage scaled up, you can use your talent art to do a massive crap ton of damage. Right, after the third member uses their art chain, link may be activated. When this occurs, press B at the right moment. So you can, when you start chain attack, you can do 1, 2, 3, and when the tension in the battle, together with the relationship between your characters, gives you a chance to get another chain link, which means that you can do another chain attack or another attack with another character. And this can continue onwards and onwards and onwards. The better your relationship with your characters, and the better the tension of the battle is, the longer you'll be able to do a chain attack. Chain attacks can, like for instance, if your enemies at half health, chain attacks can make it die. Like really tough enemies can just be beaten to a pulp with a chain attack, with a proper chain attack.
Okay.
That is also why affinity is so important, because they make it so that your chain attacks will last longer and your characters will be able to fight better with chain.
Yeah.
Alright, so increase affinity to power up chain attacks. The deeper the affinity between the party members, the easier it is to activate a chain link. If you're lucky, you can activate chain link up to 15 times in a row. Every time another art is used in a chain attack, there's a chance that chain link will be activated again. So yeah, eventually it will be like almost times 15 damage, which can be quite a lot of damage. Right, I'm gonna go and show this off now.
Here we go.
So it's in them on the side, I'm gonna use that.
Right.
I'm
You're
gonna just
up.
use the red art, of course.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna use Hammer Beat.
Fiora.
And a good thing is Fiora is in the back,
My
which means that I
turn.
can use Power Smash.
Power smash!
There we go.
That's
We did it!
Perfect.
Nice. Alright, I'm gonna get Muddy Pelt. Reasons. Right, it is turned to night. Riders! It has turned to night, which means that I should normally be able to find some bats around here. Let's see. Another giant hornet. I'm gonna get those items in the back. Say, and I need items. I usually try to collect all the items for the collectopaedia. That's the most important thing.
yeah.
Because otherwise we're gonna have to farm items and trade for them. Trading them isn't that bad, but farming for them is pretty bad sometimes. That's one of the more annoying things I'd say that you have to do in this game.
Okay.
Alright, little Vangs. I'm pretty dang sure I
We
can fight
can't
these guys.
lose.
I'm gonna go
Critical
all out.
thinking, which means that I think I can go down.
That
For a
was
couple
too
of
easy.
We've definitely gotten stronger.
I don't think I need to fight this time. Otherwise I would have gotten a quest anyway.
Yeah.
Prairie dragonflies, little Vangs. I'm gonna take a look at the quest for a second so that I can see which ones we have to do. After you've completed a couple of quests, it's best to just do new, and then you have all the new quests that haven't been completed yet. Let's see, Ridge Antles, I know where those are. Colony Crabbles, I don't really know where those are. Stone Crabbles, which is in the Gore Shore. Hand Bonnets, which is somewhere else. And these ones are all in Pepper Cave, so
No.
So I have to find antles on the different hill. These ones, they are at the cliff lake. Where is cliff lake? I think I know where it's gonna. No, I'm not sure. Then we go and get these items, and then we're gonna go over to cliff lake, I guess. Oh yeah, I know where it is. It's actually an area that I just never found in my first playthrough. There are a lot of areas that I didn't find in my first playthrough. Alright, so let's go over to this one over here. Over to Outlook Park. You know what? I think I might want to do something fun.
Okay.
So we're gonna look for a secret area with an optional, well, not optional, but one of the boss that we have to fight for challenge. One of the unique monsters, because the challenge quests require you to fight and beat unique monsters. Which can sometimes be an actual freaking challenge. So there's one guy who has an eye icon on his head.
Yeah.
That's the dangerous one. So little vanks, and then we have somewhere around here Lake Magdala. Or Magdalena? We also have some rich antles over here. Carolina!
Right! Let's do this!
Alright.
Let me at him.
I'm gonna go all out.
Of this, and let's try not to get the attention of all of these enemies in the water. Well! So far that plan.
I know we can.
Get in there!
I wanna try too.
Fight the rich antle, please.
Let's go!
Just a little more.
There we
Keep
go.
at it.
We completed the monster quest.
How good a waste! Let's go!
I feel
Yo.
stronger.
Yeah! Let's keep up the pressure!
I know I can.
Am I good or am I good? That is so you, Ryan.
You two never change.
So when you have a certain way of assigning the party members, they have like the unique comments that they have only when those 3 party members are together. And this was the one for them. I really like the banter talk in this game. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Makes the characters feel alive a little bit. And there we go. We got a small scale which we needed for a collection quest. Another one. Oh, fuck it. Let's fucking do it.
You're yeah! All together now!
Alright.
Right.
Go backslash. Alright, there we go.
I'm feeling
Now we're into it. Now we're into the frickin' battle. Okay, Shulk has a lot of aggro on him. I want to get this out of me. Stop attacking.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, I already got a freaking chain attack. Really fast. I gotta say, for the early game, we're doing really freaking well. I'm gonna first do some damage to him, and I'm gonna maybe try to raise the tension a little bit, and then I'm gonna start. Not stop combo. Roll, based. Let's go and get him. Get him up. And let's go and get this one going. And let's see if I'm getting behind him. One him, let me get the chain attack, please.
Okay, here we go!
Ryan's almost dead. Look at this.
Sledge edge!
When,
Right.
I gotta say, when you play this game alone and you enjoy, and you listen to the music, I swear to God, it's just so
Fiora,
good.
it's up to you!
Especially when you're doing awesome freaking
My turn.
attack.
Lacerate.
Dang,
We did it.
We did it!
Finish him.
Myself getting stronger.
There we go. Everybody levels up. You get an infinity coin. Whenever you...
That's a big chest.
Yes, this is a golden chest. So whenever you defeat a unique monster, you get a golden chest. You also get an infinity coin for every one of them. Infinity coins are pretty dang rare and they're used later on. You also get a weapon from this one, small Vang Crystal, Vang Tooth. Oh, I actually need Vang Tooth, so I actually have to fight these bats. We're gonna get the golden chest. Let's see. So we get fresh shardy meat, which doesn't matter too much, like this, the million driver and messenger boots. Or shoes. Ooh, shiny. I also get the rainbow zirconias. This is an area that you can get the rainbow zirconias at only at night. I don't think this is the only place you can get them, but this is one of the best places to get them. Let me go and fight this little thing.
We can't lose!
Let's try to in any
I
case.
hate these things!
Good
I
luck,
hate these
everyone.
things. Come on, hit him, hit him. Come on, hit him.
I'm turning
Yep,
up.
Ryan can hit him. Nice.
Don't get carried away, Ryan. We can do
really
it.
feel
I think after done with that case, I should be able to get the command to be able to lure
Right,
enemies.
let's keep going.
But for the time being, I'm gonna have to deal with this. I think I'll go and farm these fangs somewhere else. These bad enemies. A Moonflower, and I don't think I got a Rainbow Zirconia, because otherwise the quest would have been like, hey, you completed me. Oh, I like the way when like Shulk swims, it looks like he's using his sword to like paddle, you know what I mean? So you get like rowing. Alright, let me go and get the line. Row, row, row your sword, row it in the water. Gotta create some extra rust for this lovely sword.
Hey!
Right, let me go and change some of the equipment. Usually when it comes to equipment changing, I will probably do it between episodes. And I will have like a certain moment that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to a shop and I'm just gonna clear the inventory of stuff that I don't need, and I'm gonna do the gear. I guess I'm gonna do the gear because I kind of know how it works, and that I can also move around the menus a lot faster. Otherwise, it's just gonna take a bunch of time. Alright, so we have these light shoes. I'm gonna de-equip this thing, since we got the messenger shoes, which is a unique piece of armor. So unique pieces of armor have a gem usually stuck in them.
Okay.
So it usually just has like a special thing to it, a special gem maybe.
I assume that the messenger boots make it so you run faster?
No, it's agility up. So agility is being able to dodge the enemy and be able to hit more enemies with higher agility. While when it comes to trying to go faster, you need quick step gems, I think they're called. It's going to her with the light shoes, and it's going to give her the agility up. There we go. You have a new weapon, right? The million drivers. If I get rid of the muscle gem. Also, when you exchange equipment, if you don't de-equip the gems, like the muscle gem just increases physical defense. If I looked at this, it would have been it's a little bit worse in physical defense. When it comes to Ryan's weapons, it's either defense or attack.
Yeah.
Basically, I'd rather go for attack right now, really. And also the fact that this thing has 2 gems slots instead of 1, so I can give him an HP up and a muscle up. So sometimes it's just better to get a weaker weapon with more slots than a stronger weapon with no slots.
Yeah, I see.
Because some of these gems, like with gems, you can do insane fucking stuff. All right. Let's see. What are you? You're Colony Crabbles, which is the thing that I needed. And this is Cliff Lake. Let's go up here and let's go and fight ourselves this little thing. Another thing that I want to try to do in this game is I want to try and beat all of the unique monsters. Why? Because the unique monsters are really fun challenges. Especially when you fight them at the level that you're supposed to fight them. Because the monster we just fought here are a little bit over-leveled and a little bit stronger. But at the same time, I don't really care too much about it. Since there will be challenges in this game. Definitely. And I'd rather be a little bit more powerful and fun battling instead of having to struggle an entire battle.
So tired.
Alright, giant hornet. Did one of them fall down or something? No. I thought there was another colony crabble there. They probably didn't drop a chest. Sometimes when you fight multiple enemies, there's a higher chance of getting a silver chest, but you only get 1 chest instead of 2.
Okay.
Bonnets, some more colony crabbles, which is stuff I need. Do I need knuckle bonnets? I seem to remember needing to fight this thing. Okay. I totally forgot the vision.
Aura! But we can definitely do this!
Aura burst. Just backslash. Right behind.
Now it's right.
You're on pressure.
Let's focus our efforts.
Actually is.
And we're okay.
Let's stay focused.
Looks like I didn't need to fight him like that. Colony Crabble.
We can't lose. Let me at him.
We can't lose.
Everyone.
That's basically late on in the game when you have like monsters with insane freaking stats and you're like, we can't lose, and they just instantly die. Also, whenever you die, you get sent back to the last monster. Oh, that you were at.
You did it!
Let's go!
I'm going to use chain attacks, I feel like.
Here we go!
Chain attacks, you just use them, just freaking use them.
Right.
Only if you're like doing really difficult battles, you should hold on to them. For when you need to revive the party member, of course. Because the only way to revive the party member. But when you're fighting enemies like this, like these, just do the chain attacks because it increases affinity.
That was great, guys!
So now Silk has fire behind this thing, which means that it's the highest tension you can get. Ryan just learned a skill. So, you actually didn't explain these meters. So you have the orange meter down there. That's your XP bar. When it fills up, you level up, of course.
Okay.
Then you have the tiny yellow bar. And that is your thing for the skill trees. So when that one fills up, you got a new skill. We got a soldier's bike, which is a new one. Another new weapon for freaking Ryan. Ryan gets a buttload of weapons. I think Fiora also gets a couple of weapons from these enemies. Let me go and get this item. If I don't get attacked by those in the case. Go. Dawn Hydrangea. Very freaking difficult names. I think there was a unique monster somewhere around here, but I'm... Okay, there's a cave over there, but that cave is filled with like level 20 or 40 enemies.
Oh.
So, yeah, I ain't going in there.
How about now?
That's something that I also really like about this game. Like, the beginning areas tend to have like areas where like caves or places with like really high level monsters and you just cannot go to because you'll just get wrecked. And then later on you can come back and like, oh wow, these enemies, like I missed this whole area, this is a cool area, and these enemies are freaking difficult and cool to fight. Alright, another area that we have to go to is Agora Shore. So, Agora Shore is, in my opinion, well known to be a shitty area to get to. It's that place back there. So, I have to go around actually. I have to go all the way over there, then I can jump down, I can get those 2 items over there. And then I can go all the way over there to Agora Shore to go and fight some Krabbles. And I think after...
I really like this music.
I really like the atmosphere of this game.
Yeah.
That's one thing that that's why like I said that I have issues, or like that I used to have issues, like when I'm done with the game, like oh crap, real life, because this game just draws you in. Especially when you play it alone. Like right now I'm just talking and I'm doing a let's play and all that jazz. When you're playing this game and just enjoying it on yourself, it really tends to drag you in. I'm gonna go and get a little bit closer to this anti-air cannon, the anti-air battery, to make it appear on my map. Or like give it, like get the location. Once again, if you see it, you can go there. I'm walking on the freaking anti-air batteries. And now we're back in Colony 9. This is technically a part of Colony 9. And again. Well, of the town in any case, because the music is starting to play. Let's see, do I already have this one, maybe? No, I do not have to. There we go, anti-air battery number 3.
Items.
There are items, but I also know that there is that guy. When it is dark, and when it is red, you will almost assuredly die. When it's yellow, it's gonna be hard, balls to the walls hard. When it's a certain type of grey, it will be normal. When it's blue, it's going to be easy. And when it's transparent, it will be basically like nothing. It will be super easy. It's like easy, and then you put a cape on it, and then you say like, oh, it's super easy. The one thing with the girlfriend, like...
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're mad? Well, what do you think it is? You're super mad.
Now you're super mad. And then you get murdered by your freaking girlfriend. Alright, there's also an island over here with level 33 enemies. This is an area, I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna go away. There are also these guys. Level 70 freaking thrown swords. Yeah, I ain't too interested to
that's a lot of damage.
to get close to those. Like I said, this first area of the game, the music and everything about it, I've played so much of this specific area. I also have the best memories of this area, I think. Because it's just like the first time I'm playing the game and like exploring all that stuff, and it's just awesome. And there we go! We got something. Rainbow Zirconias, there we go. So as you can see, there's like a chance that you can get Rainbow Zirconias everywhere else, but it's a real low chance. While if you just jump down into the cave with the unique monster, you would have been able to get it pretty fast. What's the time looking, by the way? I think it's already getting pretty late.
Oh, it's 15 minutes.
It's 15 minutes, yeah, I kind of expected that. I'm gonna try to finish all the stuff over here and I'll go ashore and then I'll leave off.
Okay.
Travels, care about those. Wait, no, I do care about those. There's the enemies that I'm here for.
Everyone, let's go!
Good luck, everyone.
Let me at him.
Let me go backslash.
Eat this! Yeah! Powering up! Time. We win! Let's not lose our heads though.
That's not lose our head though. Alright, so these enemies are also pretty strong, but they will not attack me. They will fight when there's a fight near them. So you gotta keep that in mind.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see. Over there is one that that's a unique monster.
Oh,
if she sees you, she will attack you and she will kill you.
Yeah,
And another rainbows are coming. That's pretty handy.
she Really looks like she's capable of doing that.
Yeah, you can probably crush my freaking entire body. There's supposed to be more travels over here. Please refrain from getting close to me, you ginormous freaking beast. Man, if you think this is a big enemy, trust me, it's gonna get pretty insane. I think the first place is like when we get to a big forest area.
Yeah.
It's like one monster, and when you see it, you're like, holy fucking crap, how am I ever gonna be able to fight that? And then when you get to that point, you're like, holy crap, this is awesome, being able to fight this thing. And actually being able to survive. That's one thing I really like.
Leave it to Ryan.
One of the main
Good
things, of
luck,
course.
everyone.
Like, continue to gush about how awesome the game. There we go.
Yeah, baby.
Nice.
Right.
That was great!
Leave it to Ryan.
And she'll learn another art. Another fart. There's like a character in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 who says art, like he has an Australian accent, I think. And he says art like art or something. And then somebody did like a compilation of it, of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 in general.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, you first gotta weaken the enemy and you gotta topple it and then you gotta... like some eggs. It's phrased differently, but I don't remember how it goes. Run, little guy, run! And then instead of art, it says like fought. I fucking love it. There's also a heart-to-heart inside. I'm gonna try to check it. When you check a heart-to-heart, it will stay in your thing, and when you get the right party members, the game will say like, hey, you can get this heart-to-heart now. You see? If you don't check them, they won't be able to be shown on the thing. Also, I have maps. I have maps. I've made them in Photoshop, and I've written down all of the heart-to-hearts, and a lot of the unique monsters, not all of them, a lot of the unique monsters have been put down on those maps. I haven't really done that much with the unique monsters, but like writing them down, but I found maps aligned where they are just on the maps. So just downloaded those maps and then changed the maps to have the heart-to-hearts on. Also.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get this out. I'm gonna go all the way over to the back and see if I can do something over there. I think we're gonna do something fun when we're done with that for Cave and all the Jets. It's gonna be something fun over there. Something that I like to do in this game in general. So, you tend to have areas with high level enemies, right?
Yeah.
So these ones won't really attack me. There are some that will attack you and then you're gonna have to sneak around them. And that's fun to do. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to survive this. But I'm gonna try to get this. I think this is a location, maybe? This is a location. Location. No, it's not a location. Oh yeah, that guy's Gentle Rodriguez, level 40 unique monster. Yeah, that ain't too fun. Let's go and check out the arts, and then after that we're gonna end off the episode. So, he learned Shadow Eye. Shadow Eye is probably one of my favorite arts for sure.
Okay.
It reduces the aggro and increases physical art damage. So really handy art for sure. Ryan also got guard shift. Use the weapon to block attacks. You will not be able to move. We will be able to block 100% of the damage.
Oh wow.
For physical attack.
That's a lot.
But Ryan won't be able to do anything, and he will also not draw any aggro. So if the other party members are going to attack, the chance is very high. That's the aggro will then switch to another guy. Yeah, let's go over to the skills again, because we have unlocked one of them. So this is one for Shulk, which hasn't been equipped. Yeah, the thing is, Shulk is already starting on the second one of one tree, which means that he needs a lot more points than to do one of these first ones.
Yeah.
While we switch to another one with these ones. So now Ryan can equip heavy armor. And she has increased block rate when her HP is up. That's quite good. Alright. I will go back to Colony 9. And I'm gonna take a look for a second though, if I missed... I don't think I missed an area around here. I do think I have to go over to this thing though.
That thing.
Over to the anti-air cannon to get it on my map. It's another location, and once again, if you have all the locations, the map will be filled in, which is what I want. What I really, really want. Right? Also, if you're interested, you can strip the enemies now. You can strip the characters of their clothing, and they will be like in bathing clothes. If you're interested in that. Especially with the female like this. Okay, I think I have basically every single area aside from this one, which we get to when we leave Tougher Cave again.
Okay.
Alright, I need to go over here, and there we go, that's it. We can end off the episode, and the next episode we'll come back with more stuff. Also, I have increased the zoom speed, so if you want to zoom in, you can do it a lot faster now. And zoom out. I can actually increase the speed of the camera, but this I found moving around the camera is the best in this speed.
Yeah.
Because it feels like it works on the D-pad in any case. Alright, so you can end of the episode and then
Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like if you didn't hit the dislike button, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.
goodbye! Alright, whoops, wait, did I lock on something? Right, so, next episode, you can actually choose, do you want to continue playing as Shulk or do you want to try playing as someone else? Because I think it might be fun for us to, like, try using a little bit of different characters.
Yeah.
Because I play a lot with Shulk normally, because I find him the most fun character to play with. But it might be interesting to switch to somebody else. So who do you want to play? Fiora is kind of like Shulk, while Ryan is a lot different than Shulk.
Yeah. I will try playing with Ryan.
You seem to have something in common. Actually, you know what? It's gonna sound pretty dang crazy, but I think that Ryan kind of looks like you a little bit. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, you look a lot like Ryan. I'm a lot like Shulk in a certain way.
Yeah.
Only you're not bigger. You're not like bigger than me. You are more. You have more muscles than me, or you're more thicker than me. While I'm just this scrubby little blonde boy. But I am usually the brains of the channel, so. But you're not a musclehead like Ryan though.
Yeah.
And then this, I guess, is your sister, I guess. I don't know. Alright, there we go. Alright.
Goodbye.